Yo, what's up, my guy?
Yo, 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 yo.
Mm,
Look at your Lakers, man. Let's talk about it. Let's
let's
just
get
hop
it.
right into it. Let's not even waste no time. My name is Corey Hilliard, and the man next to me, Brandon Hill, aka B Hill. We are the House Divided. If you've been here before, you know what it is. Me, Casa, Su Casa. If it's your first time, talk to him, B.
You guys already know. If you guys haven't been here before, it's real easy to become a part of this House Divided family. You hop down there, you tap that subscribe button. While you're at it, too, it's real easy. Just slide your clicker right on over there to that notification bell. Go ahead and tap that as well. Keep you up to date on all this latest content that we're going to be dropping because it is hot. Last but not least, guys, drop down there in those comments as well. We want to hear from y'all. Talk to us about these playoffs. What do y'all think? And also, too, I almost forgot, didn't want to, though. Hit that thumbs up button if you like what you're seeing and you like what you're hearing. So, Corey, as you alluded to, my guy, my Lakers, they pulled up in here to Golden State, man. They pulled up in there and they stole them a game one, man. And whenever I say stole, they stole it. There towards the end, we were up 112-98. I think there was like 5 minutes left, maybe 4 minutes left, something like that. And Curry just started getting hot. He just started hitting. I mean, the problem was, and we were talking about this before the show, they took Vando off the court, man. Shout out to Jared Vanderbilt. A lot of the stuff that he did tonight, it's not going to show up in the box score, man, but that guy was playing some tenacious, ferocious defense. He was picking Curry up full court, and he was following him the whole entire game. Whenever he got a breather, my guy Schroeder was out there doing his thing as well. Schroeder off the bench tonight, 19 points, 9 of 10 from the free throw line. To me, Corey, that's the biggest thing in this game. The Warriors only shot 6 free throws. The Lakers got to the free throw line 29 times and hit 25 of them. Anthony Davis, this is what I need from you, my guy. I need these type of performances. 30 points, 23 rebounds, 4 blocks, 8 of 8 from the free throw line, 11 of 19 overall.
Yeah.
I mean, what more can I say, man? I mean, D'Lo did his thing. LeBron gave you a nice little 22 and 11. You know what I'm saying? LeBron it wasn't a good shooting night for him, but this is the type of team, and this is why I give Rob Pelinka the utmost credit, man. We don't need LeBron to drop 40. We don't need that. LeBron is the ultimate game manager. He knows what his team needs from him, and he just let AD cook tonight, man. Now, they're towards the end, though. AD played the whole entire second half. He did not sit out one time. I think if I'm Darvin Ham, I'm giving him a little blow there before the fourth quarter in the next game because AD looked a little gassed towards the end of this game.
44
He didn't.
minutes.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that I didn't want him playing 44 minutes because it's going to take that in order to beat this Warriors team. It just is. But, man, the big story tonight, to me, the unsung hero tonight was Jared Vanderbilt. Before the game and before this series tipped off, he went to Darvin Ham and he said, I want Stephen Curry. I want to guard him. Props, man, because Steph Curry coming off a 50-point game in that game 7 against Sacramento, man, you would have thought he was going to come out here and just light the world on fire. He had a tough night shooting. He still had 27 points, though most of them were right there in that fourth quarter towards the end of the game when they made their little push. But, I mean, what they're doing, they're allowing guys like Andrew Wiggins. They're allowing everybody but Steph Curry and Klay Thompson to beat them, man. They're allowing it. They're saying, go ahead. You want to take that shot, Andrew Wiggins? We're going to give it to you. You want to take that shot, Jordan Poole? Which tonight I don't know if I'm necessarily going to keep giving Jordan Poole all them shots. But, I mean, man, he missed the one that counted at the end. That was the one. And I don't know why in the hell he was shooting from way out there. He could have stepped up 2 or 3 more feet and had a wide open 3-point. Nobody was on him.
No,
you know what I
He
mean?
could have dribbled up. He could have took a nice little dribble and just pulled up.
But he learned from Big Brother, and he thought that he had it like Big Brother Curry. And you're not Curry, Poole. You're just not, okay? And you don't get to sit there and talk trash because you're not that dude. I'm sorry. But I don't know, man. It was just a good team win overall. I mean, Anthony Davis, I need this every single game from him. No excuses. I don't want any. We cannot afford for Anthony Davis to have just like 14 points in this series, like we did in the last series against Memphis.
Right.
Because as you've seen tonight, if we let our foot off the gas at all, these Warriors will come and smack you in the mouth.
Yep.
So, but big win. Here it is. The series has now begun, Corey. The away team took game one. We stole this game. So, we'll see, man. We got home court now. We got to handle our business in the crib, and you know that thing come game three is going to be live and ready.
Yeah.
So, what's your takeaway from this game, Corey? I know you watched it.
I'm trying to, those are all good points. I mean, I want to know how long are they going to just try and get away with playing Vanderbilt on Curry? Because like you said, I asked you before we started the show, well, why did they take him out? And you said for offensive purposes. So I think that was the reason why y'all stretched the lead there in the fourth quarter, because he wasn't on the floor. So there's a give and take with having him on the floor and off the floor, right? And then the other big thing, 44 minutes for Davis, which you alluded to. How long can you get away with that, right? Because, me and you both know Anthony Davis, that's a lot of minutes for somebody who's injury prone, who's built like a house of sticks.
Right.
He can wear down easily. I mean, can you do this for the next 3 or 4 games and play him that type of minutes? I don't think you're going to get away with that. And if you have to put him on the bench and find rest, if you play him instead of the 44 minutes, try playing him 36, 37, then you're not going to get out to the huge leads, because he's dominant. When he's in the game, he's going to dominate the middle. He's going to eat up everything in the paint, 23 rebounds. Like, there's nobody on Golden State that's really touching him in the rebounding category. He's going to jump over everybody. He's going to get what he wants in the middle, but at what cost, right? Are you going to wear him down in the process? Is that going to come back to hurt you later in the series? So, but I think that was strategic as well, bro. I think Darvin Ham did that on purpose. He overplayed Davis, and he took Vanderbilt off the floor at the right time to kind of stretch that lead. It's just, how long can you get away with that? There's going to have to be other answers. Other guys are going to have to step up. Hachimura is going to have to play better coming off the bench. He only has 6 points. Austin Reeves is going to have to make some big shots, and later in this series, he was only 4-9, didn't really have to shoot much. But it was an all-around good win, man. I have nothing bad to say about the Lakers. I thought Golden State wore down a little more because you guys had to rest. But you know what? That's what, when you take care of business and you get rid of an opponent early in 6 games, you earn your rest. That's what happens. You come in a little bit more fresh. So kudos to the Lakers. Huge, huge win. I might be on board with your Lakers in 6. I might be on board with that pick, bro. I might be on board, because they do not have an answer for Anthony Davis.
They don't
whatsoever.
They really don't. I alluded to this after the last series ended, Corey. I'm like, who remaining in these playoffs is going to stop Anthony Davis? Who? Name it to me.
Anthony Davis.
You see what I'm? That is the only guy that is going to be able to stop Anthony Davis. And I mean, we're going to talk about this other series over there here in the West here in just a little bit, but it's like, Jokic, come on, man. He's amazing offensive player. Amazing. But he's not holding a candle to AD on the defensive side.
No.
And the thing is AD will make him work on the offensive side a lot more than what they have been. But I'm not getting ahead of myself. We still got the Warriors. Like Kobe once said, job ain't finished.
Job's not done.
Job's not done. This is just one game. You win in there. But you pointed it out, though, like strategic as far as Darvin Ham. I think Darvin Ham knew we got to get one of these games in Golden State. We got to. And they took advantage of a rough shooting night from Steph Curry. They have to take advantage of that. And again, Klay Thompson, man, he hit some threes here and there. He started off hot. He finished 9 of 25, though. That's what we're going to need. They jacked up 53 three-point shots, Corey. 53 of them.
They led the league in three-point attempts and three-point makes. They're the number 1 shooting three-point team in the league during the regular season. So that's right. That's their MO, man. They're going to live and die by that shot.
They damn sure are, man. And I mean, hey, props to them. No, they're the defending champs. They're not going to go down easy. This game, too,
No.
it's going to be a dogfight. This whole series is going to be a dogfight. And I'm not even going to once sit here for a second and think that they can't come pull up into LA and beat us again, because that is very possible. So we have to keep our foot on the pedal here. Bron, this is a message to you. You probably won't see this show, but if you do, man, stop shooting all them damn threes. Just stop. Drive it to the bucket. It's just like AD. That. Go ahead.
I think
Go ahead.
his foot is really hurting him, man. I just don't think that, I think he's masking it as good as he can, right? I just don't think he has the lift. I think that ankle, whatever it is bothering him, and I don't think he can attack the rim like he really wants to. So he's going to settle for those outside jumpers, man, especially the three.
Here's my thing, though, man, and I don't disagree 100% with what you're saying, but here's my thing, though, Corey. If you're going to play in the game, you need to be LeBron James. I'm sorry. You just do. You need to suck it up, Buttercup, and you need to take it to the hole. You need to. But the injury that he had, most guys' seasons probably would have been over. So.
Oh, bro, it's going to require surgery. Anything that requires surgery is killing. That's painful.
Nah, I get it. I'm sure he played 40 minutes tonight, man. I mean, so he's logging heavy minutes, but I mean, he's still. I just go back to whenever you were saying in the regular season that we're better without LeBron. I just can't get that out of my head, Corey. I just can't. Because I tried to tell you, my guy, we are a much better basketball team with LeBron James on the basketball court. And I think we're looking at like an 85 to 80% LeBron right now, health-wise. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, that was my point exactly. He don't want to drive because he can't do it. He's not going to be efficient doing that.
See, I disagree with that because he's drove. I mean, there was a couple of times though he lowered his head and he went to the bucket and it was pretty successful. So, hey, I digress, man. Great win by my Lakers. I'm not going to talk anything negative on my boys. Let's keep it up. On Thursday, I'll be in Vegas sitting at the sports bar watching them play, man. So I'm super excited about that as well. But, man, great win by my Lakers tonight. Let's keep it rolling. So the next one I wanted to hop into, let's go ahead and stay over here in the West, Corey, because those Denver Nuggets, my guy, they are not playing any games with those Phoenix Suns. They are the more complete basketball team. Corey, in game 2, the Suns had 4 points off the bench. 4. 4 points. That's what they had. You're not going to win against the Denver Nuggets like that. The Denver Nuggets have too much depth for that. Right. It's just, and like I said, and I think me and you both have said this at one point in time, the Phoenix Suns gave up all their depth to get Kevin Durant.
Yep.
And I might argue with you right now that they might have been better off without Kevin Durant and keeping the pieces that they did have.
Oh, bro. Yeah.
We'll never know. We'll never know. Because those 2 pieces that they gave up, Corey, really 3 pieces because they lost Jay Crowder and the whole thing too. That's 3 good defensive players.
Exactly.
And in the playoffs, that's what you need to win basketball games. You have to have guys that can play defense. The Phoenix Suns, and then I'll kick it over to you, they don't have one single guy to where they can be like, hey, I'm going to put you on Jokic, go stop him. They don't have it. They just don't. DeAndre Ayton is not that guy.
Nope.
So, I mean, that and Chris Paul right on schedule. I don't sit here and praise another man's injury, but man, he does this every year. Every year. And you can't say it's because he's old, because he did that when he was younger too. So it's right on schedule. CP0, no rings. He's not CP3 no more. That's CP0.
CP0.
And if anybody's got anything to say about it, hop down there in the comments and tell me otherwise. Go ahead, Corey.
This is we talked about this. We called it. We said when the team came together and they made that trade, that how much can you really trust all of these guys staying healthy? You knew one of them was going to get hurt. Right. Usually Booker comes up with a hamstring the last 3 playoffs. He's had a hamstring issues in the playoffs. We all know Durant kind of gets hurt here and there because he's older now. And then, like you said, right on schedule, Chris Paul groin. So
And I
it
hate
is
to
what it
say
is,
that.
man.
I hate to say that. I'm not making it sound like I'm glad that the guy got injured. I'm not. I'm just
No,
saying that this is everybody always wants to hate on my boy AD, call him soft, everything else. I'm just doing the same thing. That's all. That's
no, that's
all I'm doing.
facts. That's
So
facts. And your point about them trading away all of their pieces, they lost all of their depth. Bro, 4 points off the bench? Are you kidding me?
that's trash.
Four
That's trash.
points off the
That's
bench, bro.
that's not going to get the job done. It's just not.
No,
I
no.
mean,
In a game where Jamal Murray only scored 10 points, it was 3 of 15. Jokic goes off for 39. Contavious Caldwell Pope, the law firm I call him, had 14 big points, made some big three. He was 4-4 from three. Michael Porter only gave you 5. This was a winnable game for the Suns.
no, it was.
This is a very winnable game. They had an 8-point lead in the third quarter, and they just could not get any kind of help for Durant and Devin Booker. So,
You know what killed him though? KD going 10 for 27, man. I mean, when have you ever seen a performance like that from KD? Let's just be honest. He's
had
come
those
up,
kind of performances in the playoffs before.
and when they usually do, his team loses.
Yep.
So
2 of 12 from three. That's not good. For somebody that's supposed to be a sniper and a sharpshooter, that is 2 for 12 is not good, buddy.
He should have kept his ass in Golden State. I don't know what the hell he was thinking.
No,
I'm sorry.
Jealous of Steph. He just got jealous.
I'd have kept being jealous and collecting them rings if I was him.
Hey, but
I'm just
barring a
saying.
miracle, I think this series is over, bro. I'm just being honest.
In 5.
No way.
In 5.
It could be 5.
5
they
games.
Win 4 out of the next 5 games to win.
I say 5 though, Corey. They might mess around and get swept, dude.
It's possible.
Because they have no bench, and whenever you got the pieces that come off of that, I mean, Jeff Green, he only scored 2 points, but he does a lot of other things. But, man, they just have zero answers for Jokic. And that guy...
Especially with Paul being compromised and him being hurt, even if he plays, you're not going to get like the 100% Chris Paul, bro.
I agree. I agree.
It could very well be a sweep, man.
And Cameron Payne, he's trash. He had that one good year against us in the playoffs where he played good. Other than that, he's been absolute trash. Terrible. This is the Cameron Payne we all grew up knowing. This is who he is. This is who he is. He's showing you exactly who he is. And the Denver Nuggets, man, they're just too talented. They're just too talented.
Well, they've been playing together too long, too. Like,
you know me, though. I'm going to say something, then I'm going to let you go into your series. I would absolutely love, like if my Lakers can get past the Warriors, I want the Nuggets. I want it all. Because we match up good with the Nuggets. We really, really do.
Y'all did? How did y'all play them in the regular season?
I want to say it was a split, but I can't remember exactly. I'd have to go back and check that. But, I mean, man, I'm telling you, I've seen it before. Jokic cannot hold Anthony Davis. And Anthony Davis has a better chance of holding him on the defensive end than Jokic does on the. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I'm one of those guys, man. I'm just gonna believe in my boy AD over Jokic. So that's how I look at it. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk about this one, Corey.
Oh, we gotta address this, huh? So here it goes.
It has to be done.
You know what? Today I wasn't gonna watch my sports shows because I was pissed off at what happened last night. But you know what? I manned up. I sucked it up. I watched all my sports shows.
You're like I am. That's how I am too. I hate watching those.
You gotta suck it up and take your medicine, bro.
You do.
45 from Harden. What the hell? But you know what? Doc Rivers said this in his post game. They practiced this all week because they knew that Embiid wasn't going to be in the game. He wasn't going to play.
Right.
So they kind of practiced letting Harden, take 30 shots and go 17 to 30. And he got hot, man. He's an MVP. He was an MVP before in this league. He's done it before. He had never won a championship. He's a player that's come up small in the playoffs, but that last night he had it cooking. And with all of that being said, bro, everything that he did Melton coming off the bench for 17. Tyrese Maxey giving you 26. It took 16 turnovers from my Celtics. And that dumbass turnover by
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm Brogdon at the end of the game to kind of help
No,
them
it
push
was
them over
Marcus
the
Smart.
top.
That was Marcus Smart.
Was it Mark? No,
It was Mark.
where Brogdon when the shot clock was going down.
I thought you were talking about at the end of the game when y'all had a chance to tie and Marcus Smart threw the
No.
ball away.
That was an egregious as Malcolm Brogdon throwing the ball right to Tyrese Maxey.
Okay.
Right. That was way worse.
Right.
That was way worse. That gave him the lead. We were up. We had the ball and we were up 1. Just get a shot up. Get a shot up. We might get an offensive rebound. The shot might actually go in. We might go up 3 points. But instead, with the shot clock going down, he turns around and throws it to Maxey. So the 16 turnovers. I saw on one of the shows today last year in the playoffs when we went to the finals. Every game that we lost, we had 16 turnovers or more. Whenever we had less than 16 turnovers in the playoffs last year, we won the game. And so how many turnovers did we have last night? 16. So that's the magic number for us. Don't get 16 turnovers. And you win.
Well, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Tatum was, what else can you say, man? Don't turn the ball over. We helped them out.
Credit to the Sixers. You got to give some credit to the Sixers, too, though. They were playing great defense to force y'all into those turnovers, everything else. I think here's where I'm at with this game. I'm taking it with a grain of salt. You as a Celtics fan, I would take this as a grain of salt. You guys got caught off guard. I don't know if in y'all's game plan and coming into this series you were thinking that Embiid was going to play. I don't know. I think y'all match up better with them with Embiid. And this is going to sound absolutely crazy because he just won the MVP. But I think that the Sixers actually have a better chance of beating you guys without Embiid.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds crazy. It really, really does. But James Harden's not getting all those shots if Embiid's there. He's just not. And I want to see James Harden put together this again in a game 2. I want to see it again. I'm not saying that I'm hating on him. He played an absolute phenomenal game. But I'd have to go back and check the stats in the history books, man. But I think this might have been the greatest playoff game Harden's ever had.
Yeah, it's right up there with his best. It's a top 3 for sure.
I don't remember the last time James Harden dropped 45 in the playoffs. When did he ever do something like that?
It's been 8 years.
He dropped 45 before?
8 years. Yeah.
Okay.
It's been 8 years since he's done it, though.
Okay. Well, the fat and out of shape James Harden just dropped 45 on y'all's head. Y'all should be a little bit worried about. That's the only thing I'd be concerned about. You cannot, but you have to double team him, man. Y'all were just single covering that guy the whole game. You have to double team him and get the ball out of his hands because nobody else on their team. I mean, Maxey had a good game, yes, but he wasn't shooting well. Nobody else was shooting well on their team, Corey, but James Harden.
I think what they're thinking was, I don't know, I'm not in the huddle, obviously, but Mazzulla, I think they were thinking at some point that he's going to stop making shots. Right, I think they were just thinking he was going to cool off at some point because they just weren't expecting this kind of shooting performance from him.
Right,
and rightfully so because he shot like ass in the series before. Let's be honest, bro. He averaged 17 points against the Nets.
He did.
He averaged 17 points in 4 games against the Brooklyn Nets.
It's because
it wasn't like he was just knocking it out the park last series.
It's because Joel Embiid was there, man. Yeah. When Joel Embiid's not on the floor, it opens their floor up. The spacing's a lot better. I mean, Joel Embiid can shoot, so I'm not saying he's a liability or anything by any means. He just won the freaking MVP. Congrats to him, too. Well deserved. Well deserved. Dude's an absolute baller. I think he should have gotten it last year, too, but I digress.
My vote.
Yeah.
My vote.
Yeah. But, I mean, man, hey, y'all just got to come back. Y'all just got to hit him in the mouth in game 2, and you got to go steal one on the road, man. It's a series. This is going to be 7 games. This is 7 games, Corey.
I gotta go in 6 or 7. And the thing is, they're playing with house money, B. Nobody's really expecting them to win this series, especially if Embiid misses another 2 or 3 games.
Right.
Like, nobody's picking them. Nobody was picking them to win last night because Embiid's out. So you're literally playing with house money. There's nothing to lose. You can go out there, play free. You're not expected to win anyway. So anything that you do is going to be icing on the cake, especially
Right.
if you win the game.
Right. No, I agree. 100% I agree. But, hey, man, y'all bounce back, though. Y'all going to win game 2. Mark my words. Y'all win it. What is that, tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night. If we lose tomorrow night, I'm done. I'm off the bandwagon. I'll be a fan, but there ain't no way we win in the series. If we lose tomorrow night, you
don't
wrap it up.
You don't want to go down 0-2 going back to Philly because those fans are going to be ready for y'all. They're going to be absolutely ready for y'all. So, Mark is smart, man. That was a bad game. That was a bad game.
It's funny because his last name is Smart, but he does some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life, bro.
I agree.
It's like, how did you get the last name Smart, but you do some of the dumbest stuff I've ever seen, man? It drives me nuts.
Man. What do you do, man?
All right,
what do you do?
Let's get off this series. Let's talk about another one because I'm getting pissed again.
I hear you. I ain't trying to get you like that, man. I do want to just point out one thing, though. I think I've said this season, everything else, the Celtics, this and that, and I said, y'all got a much better chance of getting number 18 before we do. I don't know.
Backtracking on that now?
I don't know. It ain't looking like it right now. But I will say, though, I said coming into these playoffs, Lakers going to win the West. And we're looking pretty good in that right now, but we still got a lot of work to do. All right, this other series, though, this one's another one. I think both series in the East are going to go 7 games. I really, really do. The New York Knicks and the Miami Heat, man. Game 1, they come out. The Heat come out as the 8th seed, mind you. The number 8 seed. And they win Game 1 on the road against New York. So, honestly, they've got themselves in a great position going back to Miami, tied up 1-1. Game 2, you don't have a Jimmy Butler. Corey, they almost won the game without Jimmy Butler, man.
Yeah. I don't see how you think this is going 7. I got this being 6.
6?
Maybe 5, yeah. Bro, the Heat almost won a game that the Knicks knew they had no business. Like, they know they can't go to Miami down 0-2. And for a while there, it was looking like the Heat were going to win that game.
This was
a desperation game for the Knicks, and they just looked like they weren't going to win it.
I mean, it was a great game plan, though, by Spoelstra, man. We got to give credit there. Even though he didn't have his player, you still got a great head coach on that sideline over there, man. So I think a lot of that had to do with that. And they still, the Miami Heat, man, it seems like no matter who they put in, they're ready to play. And they just come at you with everything they got, man. But I'm one of those, though. That Bam Adebayo hype that he always gets, I'm over it, man. I'm done hearing about that dude until I see something different. He's just shown up in so little, in so many big moments. This is literally Jimmy Butler most of the time has to carry this damn team. If they can get this kind of performance from their role players with Jimmy Butler in the lineup, they're scary. They're scary.
Yeah,
they're very, very scary. So
yeah,
that's what I came away with in this game. I'm kind of like you too. I'm not thinking they're gonna beat them in 5 because the Knicks do got some grit to them, man. Jalen Brunson. Again, I'm gonna say this every single time. Dallas Mavericks. What were y'all thinking?
Stupid.
My gosh. So it's just Josh Hart was hitting some big shots there at the end of that game. Again. Praise them for picking him up. That was a hell of a pickup that they had. But, and Julius Randle, you finally showed up, man. Good job. That was a good game by him today. I got to give him some credit. If he could ever learn how to go up with his right hand or switch it up, man, he would be more dominant. But you just stop him going left, and it's, you know what I mean? He doesn't have a right hand to move. He just doesn't.
He doesn't have anything with his right hand. I've been looking for that for years, since he was in Kentucky.
I know. He's a bulldog down there. Don't get me wrong. He knows how to get in the paint, but if only he could have a left. Or a right, Who knows?
Right, yeah.
But, man, do you got anything else you want to talk about?
Look,
our shows are going to keep... Our shows are going to start getting shorter and shorter as these playoffs go on.
I know, right?
Yep.
I give a shout out to Max Struz, Gabe Vincent, and Caleb Martin. Like you said, no Jimmy, and those guys went for 22, 21, and 17 respectively. I mean, shoot, man. Like you said, if they get that production with Jimmy on the floor,
Yeah.
now obviously they got more shots up because Jimmy wasn't out there, so they got to shoot the ball more. But if they can be efficient and scoring the ball, man, then I really think the Knicks might be in some trouble. Now, I don't know if Jimmy Butler's going to play this game 3 here in a couple days. Last I heard before this game, his ankle was the size of a baseball. So it could be that he misses game 3, and then they try to bring him back for game 4. Or they can shoot it up. Hopefully the swelling goes down. He gets off his feet, keeps it elevated. And then he's able to kind of hobble around in game 3 and work it out for game 4.
He was on his feet in that damn sideline over there, man. I didn't see Jimmy Butler sit down at all.
Oh, he was standing a lot.
So, I don't know, man. I hate that, though, for Jimmy Butler, though, man, because he is just so fun to watch come playoff time, man. And for him to be out right now, yeah, he is. He is. He's an absolute different player. He lives for these moments. He really, really does. And, man, an 8 seed going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Have we ever seen something like that? I mean, I haven't seen any. I haven't seen anything like these playoffs, Corey. This is crazy. I mean, in the West, you got the 7 versus the 6 going up against each other, and then you got the damn freaking 8 seed that beat the Milwaukee Bucks, who had the best record in the NBA. So it's just like. Yeah. Whoa.
This is the first year where 5, 6, 7, and 8 have made it to the second round.
I believe it.
It's been crazy so far, man.
I believe it. But, I mean, in the West, though, I mean, let's just be honest. It was backloaded this year. Those teams that were on the back end, it just was. You know what I mean? And it sucks if you were the Memphis Grizzlies and the Sacramento Kings, man, because y'all had some great regular seasons, but when it comes playoff time, you boys better come ready to play, and they just wasn't about it. So
they didn't have legends on their team either. They didn't have LeBron James or Steph Curry on their team.
Imagine if you're one of those teams, though, Corey, and you have a great regular season. Oh, your first round matchup, you get to go up against the Lakers and Anthony Davis and LeBron. And then you get to go up against Steph Curry. I mean, damn.
Splash Brothers, yeah.
Damn.
That would suck, bro. Here's your prize for having such a great season. You get to play a legend. That would suck.
You get to go home. And you get to go home in the first round. And on a little news, have you heard the Memphis Grizzlies are not bringing back Dylan Brooks?
Under any circumstances. It just didn't say they were bringing him back. Not under any circumstances, you will not be back, buddy.
I really don't.
Later reports came out and said that the reason they didn't want him back is he's wanting $25 million a year.
Whoa.
That's what the word is.
Whoa. Whoa. Wow. Never. Nobody's giving that guy $25 million. Nobody. No. Shanghai Sharks, here he comes.
Oh, man, I've been seeing that meme too, yeah.
He's coming.
I don't think he's going to get 25 total for a contract, bro. Like, what are you on right now?
What is wrong with that dude? He pokes bears. He pokes bears. That's what happened. He poked a bear.
Slapped upside the head by a bear and lost his damn mind.
Like Bron said, if it's me versus a grizzly bear, you better get some help.
Help for the grizzly bear.
Better get some help for that grizzly bear. Better go ask him. Shoot. I love it, man. I love it. LeBron James, man. He's so calculated in his responses, man. He doesn't talk trash in the moment. He just waits and then kind of gives you that little dig, like.
Yep.
It was nice playing with you, young fella. You know what I'm saying? Go ask your pops about me. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. He's a legend for that, man. He's just a legend. But, I mean, this series, though, against the Warriors, there's not going to be any of that because both these teams respect each other. LeBron has the utmost respect for Steph Curry. I mean, and vice versa. So, I'm going to enjoy this series, Corey. It's going to be a hell of a series. So, all right. So, ending this thing out, man, the Celtics, y'all got to win this game, too. Lakers, we handled our business in game 1. Come on, Corey. Come on. We need this Lakers Celtics finals, man. We need it. We need it. The world needs that.
We do. That would be awesome, bro.
The world needs it. The world and if that happens, we're gonna say it right here on this show. Me and you are linking up. We got to do a live show together somewhere.
Oh,
we have to.
That happens.
Like a watch along or something. We're gonna get with our boy Ty from Around the Table Sports and learn how to do these live streams. And we're gonna do a live stream watching the game together. I think that would be absolutely awesome. So, other than that, man, as always, guys, y'all already know what time it is. This is the House Divided. That's my boy Corey over there. Before y'all subscribe, I want y'all to hop down there in those comment boxes, guys. I want to hear from y'all. What's your biggest takeaway from these playoffs so far in this second round? Who y'all got moving on to the Eastern Conference and Western Conference Finals? I want to hear y'all's picks, and I want to know in how many games, too. So, as always, guys, it's House Divided. We sign on into this thing tonight. We're going to go ahead and we're going to